This week, officials with the city of Jonesboro voted to host the November election separate from the county. It's a move that is causing a lot of controversy.
Yeah, a lot of controversy tonight. It's also coming at a huge cost and will require voters to go to two separate locations to cast a ballot this fall. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates joins us live tonight with what you need to know. Bobeth?
Well, Ron, imagine standing in line for hours to cast a ballot for state and county elections, then having to get in your car, drive down the street to another location to vote for city issues. Well, that's exactly what City of Jonesboro residents will have to do after a recent council member vote.
It really feels along the lines of suppression, voter suppression.
Jonesboro resident Asia Miller is among those who appealed to the city council, hoping that they would approve a memorandum of understanding to allow the county to run its November election, simultaneous with the county's election. Instead, the city voted to do its own election at a separate location.
I'm an educator here in Clayton County, and so my work hours didn't work with the hours that the city was offering. The city was offering from 8 to 4:30, I believe. I have to be at work at 7:45. I'm in a bunch of different clubs at my job, and so I usually don't get off until after 5 o'clock. So it was very difficult for me to get here to vote.
Despite the concerns, the council voted 5-1. The move will not only limit the time voters have to cast their ballots, but Jonesboro Mayor Danya Sauter says it will also cost the city thousands more.
And we have a November regular election for mayor and 3 council seats. So we had the option to allow the county to run it. And they would have ran it for roughly about $11,000. They made the decision not to accept the memorandum of understanding and therefore will run the election in the city at about the price tag of about $24,000.
And Sauter says the about $13,000 difference is not even in the budget.
So we allotted $20,000 for our 2023 budget for elections, knowing that we had 2 elections. Our election in March cost us $23,000, which means we're already $3,000 over budget. So technically there's no money in our budget line item to run an election in November.
But during the council meeting, supporters had a different take.
I think it's worth $13,000 to ensure that our votes are going through the way they should go through. We had problems with the county.
A stance voters like Miller say is disheartening.
It makes me have to pick between my job and my students and coming to fulfill my civic responsibilities, and I feel like that's unfair.
Now, it's also important to note that the last time the county ran the City of Jonesboro election, they had record turnout into the thousands. And when the city ran their own election last March, just about 400 people turned out to vote. It's also important to note that this whole endeavor is happening while the city does not have a city manager. Sending it back to you in the studio.
Okay, Bobeth, thanks a lot for the update.